Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello everyone and welcome to Fitzgerald Stadium here in Rapid City as the rain has pushed off and we have a baseball game to play. The Missoula Mavericks and the host team Rapid City Hard Hats ready to go. It was a team effort to get things going as we had parents and all kinds of players on the field getting it ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and jump into our starting lineups here for the Missoula Mavericks and the Hard Hats. Starting things off will be Brendan Hill, the center fielder. Batting second's Dane Frazier. He'll be on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Trad Richardson is the catcher, batting third. Batting fourth is Bridger Johnson in left field. In the number 5 spot is Drew Stensrud at third base as Brendan Hill comes to the plate. Stuart Long will bat sixth at shortstop. Thomas Martin in right field batting seventh. Zach Hangus is at first batting eighth, and the bunt killer Dayton Bay will finish out the order. Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Zach. And I'm going to have to ask, I didn't ask. What's the pitcher's last name? Cholis. Okay, thank you. Zach Cholis on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound as we get our first pitch of the game. Brought in for a ball, and the first pitch is at 8:34 p.m. And I'll get to the Hard Hats lineup here in just a moment as we'll bring up ball 2. 2-0 on the count. 1-1, okay. Pitch coming in. Here's the pitch from, and this one's down the right field line. It's going to be fair as Hill will grab a gear at first and is on his way around to second. It's deep in the corner. Hill at third, and they'll hold him up, and Brendan Hill will start off with a triple as he slaps his muscles there at third base. And the Mavericks will start out with a hit by Brendan Hill, the triple. Dane Frazier for the Mavericks at the plate. For the Hard Hats, it's Mason Messenger at the shortstop, batting first. Ryan Bachman is the second baseman, batting second. Batting third as we get the pitch into Frazier, and that will come up as ball 1. Batting third is Matthew Hegre. He's the third baseman. Batting fourth is Alex Weaver, the left fielder. The center fielder will bat fifth. That's Bresson Cool as we get an outside pitch to go 2-0 on the count. Jace Caldwell is the first baseman, batting sixth. The right fielder, Blake Weaver, is batting seventh. Ryan Schmidt is the catcher, batting eighth, and Drew Messer is the DH at the bottom of the order. Outside pitch takes us to a 3-0 count for Dane Frazier. Mavericks starting out with a monstrous triple down the first base line into the corner. And now a foul ball will bring up strike 1 to Dane Frazier. Frazier is the man on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks in this game. The game just before it, the Mavericks would pick up the win 10-4 over Rocky Mountain with Dylan Chalmers, Dilly getting the win. Here's the pitch, and a strike high deep into right field will be in the glove. A tag by Hill, and Hill will make his way home as the throw is made. And Brendan Hill will have the first run of the game for the Mavericks off the sac fly. So the Mavericks on the board. With one out as Trad Richardson for the Mavericks come to the plate. So we had A little excitement here before the game as there was a rain delay. The rain came down. The packed house spread out underneath all of the awning areas as the pitch will be upstairs to Trad Richardson. Richardson, the catcher for the Mavericks in the second game on the day. Upstairs takes us to ball 2, 2-0. The stretch and set, and the lefty comes in. Ball or strike 1. 2-1 on the count to Richardson. And Richardson will take a swing for strike 2, 2-2. And Richardson lifts this one into left field. Left fielder is back to the warning track. Has it in the glove, and that's out number 2 on the pop fly. 2 away as we come to Bridger Johnson, the left fielder for the Mavericks. 2 outs, 1 run earned here in the top of the first. Mavericks now 3-1 on the tournament. The Hard Hats 2-2. They are the host team here for the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic, and the first pitch to Johnson will be ball 1. Outside pitch makes it 2-0. Dark, heavy clouds to the east of us now as the storm rolled over from the west. And we'll come in for strike 1. 2-1. Our officials behind the plate, it's Dean Gurr and Chris Grove in the field as we build to 3-1 on the count. Here's the stretch and the lefty. Swung on, and we get a full count at 3-2. Want to say hello to the Clausen grandparents, as I was informed before the game that they are tuned in and watching the games. A swing, and it's a strikeout to end the side. The Mavericks get 1 run off of a hit, and it's 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the first, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium in Rapid City for the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic. It's Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, bottom of the first inning. So Mason Messenger, Ryan Bachman, and Matthew Hegre due up. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here in the bottom of the first with a sac fly by Dane Frazier to bring Hill home after a monstrous triple shot down the first base line as we get set to go. Cooled down quite nicely after the rain. We've got a little bit of a breeze coming through, and, well, in the distance to the east of us, occasional lightning, but that's not going to affect us as it's already moved its way through the area. So we get Messinger the shortstop at the plate to lead off. We are set to have fireworks after the show tonight. We are all very excited. We've got a monstrous crowd here at Dave Pluth Field. Here's Frazier with his first pitch of the game, and he'll deliver over the plate for strike one. Second pitch swung on, fouled off for strike two, 0-2. So the Mavericks' top two pitchers getting the call on the doubleheader, with Chalmers getting the win, and now Frazier working his way into the win column as this one's fouled off the opposite direction to stay at 0-2 on the count on the leadoff batter. Bachman in the on-deck circle. A swing, contact, and we have foul ball for 0-2. God's natural show going on in the distance still. We still see lightning, but it's far enough away that we don't have to worry about it. Outside pitch by Frazier brings up ball one. 1-2 on the count. Here's the pitch by Frazier. Outside. Takes us to an even count at 2 apiece. So Dane Frazier, a graduate of Sentinel High School this year in 2019. Pitcher, first baseman, outfielder, and during the preseason, a little catcher as well, as the first out of the inning will be a strikeout as Ryan Bachman, the second baseman, comes to the plate. And the Hard Hats wearing their very sharp blue uniforms as this pitch comes in across the nose for ball one to Bachman. Pitch on the way. Swung on. This is past Stensrud. It's going to hit the fringe and just die. And the single will put a runner at first with one out for the Hats. We go to Matthew Hegre, and they actually have a young man that is the bat boy for the Hard Hats. We had pregame festivities with the tarp on the field with first pitch and a very touching remembrance of soldiers lost from South Dakota. They rang the bell for each one in a moment of silence between each. Very touching ceremony in the first pitch area. This one's fouled off to bring up strike one to Hegre. Hegre, the third baseman, Matthew Hegre, puts Alex Weaver in the on-deck circle. Runner at first is Bachman, one out. Here's the 0-1, and it'll be over the plate for strike two. So the Mavericks with a doubleheader today. They'll have a 2 o'clock game on Wednesday. As this one's punched up high, it's going to be foul, and we'll stay at 0-2 on the count. One out, one on. Mavericks will have a 2 o'clock game on Wednesday against the Catalyst Cardinals, who are 2-2 in the tournament so far. Here's a throw to first, and the runner getting back. Brought my daughter Victoria with for the tournament this year, and she was amazed when they pulled the tarp off of the field. She's never seen that at Lindbergh Craig Field, as ball one is brought in, 1-2, a groan from the Maverick fans. But with the rain gone, people moving back into the seats, the stadium packing back in, standing room only as time is called. 1-2 on the count as this one's punched up, and Richardson's going to try to get to it, but it's going to land in the third row. And we stay at 1-2. Trad Richardson behind the plate at the catcher position. That is his natural position. Talked to him a little bit last night at the team barbecue at the park that is across the street here, and he's very excited about his future with college baseball. And we will get 2-2 on the inside pitch. Outside pitch down the line to first, and the tag is there, but just a little bit behind. And we go 3-2 on the count. Frazier steps off the rubber. Boys, the Maverick boys wearing their new shoes. Not too new, they're a couple of weeks old, but they still have the white sheen to them. Pitch on the way, runner's going to go, and it'll be a walk. To put runners at first and second with 1 out. We go to Alex Weaver, the left fielder now. For the Hard Hats, 1 out, runners at first and second. So Weaver settling in. Frazier wanting the pitch from Richardson, now the nod. Checks the runner at second. And a foul ball in the netting will bring up strike 1. And Frazier back off the rubber. Here comes Hathaway to check in with Frazier. Early meeting on the mound for Hathaway and Frazier. Just trying to get Richardson and Frazier on the same page as Hathaway talking to both players. Trying to get the signals, I think, figured out here. Mavericks trying to hold on. As far as the tournament goes, Post 22, 2-2. Catalyst Cardinals, 2-2. Eden Prairie is 4-1. Mavericks 3-1. Premier West picked up their first win this afternoon, going 1-3 now. Terre Haute 3-2, and Rocky Mountain 1-4 after the loss to the Mavericks right before this game. The 0-1 by Frazier. And swung on. That one's going to stay fair down the third base line. Runner from second grabs a gear at third. He's on his way home as the throw is made. Stensrud holding on, and it's a double for Weaver to earn a run to tie it at 1 apiece. And a good shot of lightning just out of view as we go to Brenson Keel, the center fielder. 1 out, runners at second and third. Frazier with the stretch and set. And a swing over the head of Long. That'll bring the runner home from third. And Frazier will have to back up Stensrud on the throw. And the Hard Hats will take the lead 2-1. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for Rapid City as Jace Caldwell comes to the plate. Richardson will step in front of the plate to signal the field on the out. Frazier with the stretch and set. Inside pitch across the chin will bring up ball 1. Caldwell, the first baseman. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And that'll bring up ball 2, 2-0. Here's the pitch. And a bouncer picked up by Long. He'll have the step at second, down the line to first, and the double play is turned. 2 runs off of 3 hits for the Hard Hats. They take the lead, 2-1. Mavericks bat top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the second inning, Rapid City leading Missoula 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Drew Stensrud to lead things off for the Mavericks, with Zach Cholis on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. First pitch to Stensrud's over the plate for strike 1. Stensrud settling in. Stuart Long in the on-deck circle. It's 5, 6, 7 in the order, as this one will even us out at 1 apiece on the count. Here's the pitch by Cholis, and Stensrud will swing for strike 2. 1-2 on the count. Stensrud settling in. Long in the on-deck circle. That puts Thomas Martin in the hole, and we'll get an even count at 2 apiece to Stensrud. Here's the pitch by the lefty, and it's outside, away from Schmidt, bringing up a full count at 3-2. These two teams know each other quite well. The Mavericks do play against the Hard Hats on Mother's Day weekend in Billings as part of the Billings tour. And we get a walk to put Stensrud on to start the inning. Stuart Long now at the plate for the Mavericks with 1 on and no outs, top of the second. Cholis leans in. Gets the pitch from Schmidt, and he'll throw to first. That was kind of a leisurely throw just to let Stensrud know, hey, I got an eye on you over there. Now we get the first pitch to Stewart, and he'll swing for strike 1. Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle. Here's the stretch and set. And the throw back to first. This one with a little more emphasis on it. Martin in the on deck. Hangus in the hole. No outs. A runner at first. As the lightning continues to show east and south of us. It's a nice little storm that came through and washed things up as we get in a high pitch to go 1-1 on the count. Stuart Long at short. He has settled in nicely at that shortstop position. Big hole to fill with Brendan Buchanan not coming back. That'll bring up ball 2. With the injury for Buchanan, a good shot of lightning in the distance. Not sure if you can see that on the camera. Here's the throw back to first. Stensrud dirtying up that jersey after his mother worked hard, I'm sure, to get it clean. I was with the team yesterday, and parents were talking about getting jerseys to wash them up for the players. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. We go 3-1 now to Stuart Long. Hathaway walks down the third base line to verbally communicate something with Stewie. Here's the stretch and set. And the pitch. And that is strike 2 to give us a full count at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch by Cholas. And it's a walk. Puts runners at first and second, and that's going to bring out the pitching coach for post 22 with back-to-back walks as Thomas Martin comes to the plate. And a visit from each coach now to check in with their pitchers early in the game. And the pitching coach with his hands on the shoulders just trying to straighten out and build confidence with the pitching coach. With the pitcher. I'm not sure if many of you have seen the youth baseball player coaches' visits to the pitcher's mound. Our voice for the Mavericks, the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, showing some videos off of YouTube about some of those little league coaches coming out and kind of jokingly messing with the kids on the mound. And we get ready for Thomas Martin with runners at first and second and no outs. And Cholas will step off the rubber. Maverick fans wanting a balk on that one, but I can't see where that would be the call. Here's the pitch now. And Martin will bunt it down. The pitcher not able to pick it up. The throw to first will be made. It will be the out. Good job by Cholas to recover. The ground is wet, so that ball is going to play funny. And the sac bunt will advance the runners to second and third. With one out now. As we get Zach Hangus, we want to send out a shout out to Zach's mom and dad as they are watching back in Missoula. Pitch on the way. Bunt laid down. It's going to be fouled straight back for strike 1. Ooh, there's a good shot. I'm sure you saw that one in the camera view. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle, Dayton Bay for the Mavericks with one out. Runners at second and third. 0-1 on the count to Hango. A nod by Cholas and the stretch and set. And an outside pitch over the plate, they say, for strike 2. 0-2 on the count. Maverick fans are not in agreement. Drew Stensrud at third, Stuart Long at second. Here's the lefty's pitch, and it's inside to bring up ball 1 to Hangus. Hangus now settling in, 1-2 on the count. Pitch on the way, and Hangus will foul this one right at the feet. For the coaches in the Maverick dugout down the first base line, the foul ball will keep us at 1-2. Hill there in the hole waiting for his chance, dancing out of the way. Now the pitch, and it's outside. We go 2-2 on the count to Hangus. Hangus finding his rhythm here as he's been working through. He was doing well through the beginning of the season, and Hangus is tagged in the shoulder. The Mavericks will have loaded bases off the hit by pitch for Dayton Bay. Lightning continuing to the south of us. The Storms moved on from west to east, but we still get a show here. It's a toss-up for me, folks, whether I like Lightning more than the Fireworks. Both of them are extraordinary. The power of Lightning is just too much, though. We get the stretch and set. pitch on the way, and Bay will take a swing for strike one. 0-1 on the count to Dayton Bay. 1 out, loaded bases for the Mavericks, top of the second. Hard Hats lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Bay with a high floater bunt down the first base line, foul, and we'll have strike two. Good play by the first baseman Caldwell to make his way down that first base line. And Cholas, top of the second. I have 40 total pitches for him, 20 of them over the plate. Here's the pitch. And Bay struck out on the swing for out number 2. Swings us to the top of the order for the Mavericks with 2 outs and loaded bases to Brendan Hill. Hill with a special group in the crowd as his grandfather, grandmother, and aunt on his dad's side in attendance coming up from Colorado. Good to see. Brendan's grandfather is, if you remember a few weeks back, as the first pitch will be over the plate for strike one, he was in the hospital with Brendan's dad going down to visit him and missing some Maverick games. But got to meet him before the first game, as Hill will foul this one off for strike two, and told him, I said, it's good to see you upright. 0-2. PA announcer trying to work the crowd to get some encouragement for Cholas. Here's the stretch and set. And Hill struck out, leaving the bases loaded. Mavericks strand 3. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Rapid City. Back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Dave Bluth Field in Rapid City, South Dakota, the 2019 Camping World Classic. Mavericks of Missoula taking on the Rapid City Hard Hats. Hard Hats owning the 5 Valley Auto scoreboard 2-1. It's Dane Frazier warming up on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And leading things off, it's the number 7 batter, Blake Weaver. So 7, 8, 9 on the schedule, bottom of the order. And in between innings here, they honored the veterans, had the veterans within the complex stand up, honoring them, telling them thank you for their service. Frazier with the first pitch of the inning, and he'll bring it in for ball 1. This pitch comes in for ball 2, 2-0. Plate umpire Dean Gurr, Chris Grove in the field. Here's the pitch. And that one will bring out the strike call, 2-1. Weaver, the right fielder. And he'll foul this one down the line to put us at an even count at 2-2. Now back in May on Mother's Day, it was Dane Frazier that pitched against these hard hats, as this one's taken into left field on the line drive, picked up by Johnson, and there's our runner on to lead the inning. Well, we come to Ryan Schmidt now for the hard hats with a runner at first and no outs. Here's the stretch and set. Bunt showing, and it's ball one. Schmidt looking down the third base line to Torvey, I should say, as this one swung on. Stolen base on the strike pitch. And we're 1-1 on the count as Weaver stands at second. Here's the pitch by Frazier, and he'll find the plate for strike two. 1-2 on the count. For the Mavericks, we've got Stensrud at third, Long at short, Bay at second, and Hangus at first, with Richardson behind the plate. Pitch drawn in, and we go 2-2 on the ball pitch. Bridger Johnson in left, Brendan Hill in center, and Thomas Martin in right. Frazier with the pitch, and it's upstairs to go to a full count at 3-2. Runners at second. Full count, no outs. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle. And a roller picked up by Stuart Long. He will make the throw to first. Hangus not able to get the tag, and the runner will reach. We'll see if that'll be brought up as an error on Stewie. And they are going to call that one a hit. That loads the bases up, or puts runners on the corners, I mean, with no outs. And they're going to bring in a runner for the catcher, Schmidt. So the bottom of the order, Drew Messer, the designated hitter at the plate. Runners on the corners, no outs. Here's the pitch inside for ball one to Messer. Can I have that for a second? Throw to first.
The next foul ball is for Moms Only. Blake Drywall Services, $5 foul ball for Moms Only.
And I didn't get the full lineup, so not able to tell you who the runner at first is. Thomas McGuire. Okay, perfect. 2-0 on the count. Runner's going to go, and Richardson will not fire, so runners at second and third. So runners at second and third, 3-0 on the count, no outs. Bottom of the second, and Richardson's going to go check in with Frazier. McGuire running for the catcher, Schmidt, as he's got to put his gear back on to be ready for the next inning. Messer settles in, top of the order in the on-deck circle. Here's Frazier with the stretch and set. And that will be strike one on the 3-0. So the Mavericks with a game on Wednesday at 2 o'clock with Catalyst Cardinals. This one's off the bat, into the gap, shallow, picked up by Hill. Runner will score from third. The throw home is made, and Hangus will have it at the pitcher's mound. 2 runs earned, and the Hard Hats will take the lead, or extend their lead.
That brings you to play
4-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Come to the top of the order to Mason Messinger. No outs and a runner at first. Bottom of the second. Pitch on the way, outside by Frazier, ball 1. Frazier's last pitch was on Thursday as we get ball 2. Good job by Richardson to keep it in front of him. Richardson, a natural catcher, usually plays over at third. Pitch on the way. Swung on. This one's into the gap. Martin will chase it down. Hill is there. Runner at first is around the corner at second. He'll trip, and they'll hold him up at third. Messer had a chance, but in the line from second to third, he tripped up. And the double will put runners at second and third with no outs. We get Ryan Bachman now. Frazier trying to get out of the inning. Searching for the first out. This one off the middle of the bat. Hill will run up on it and can't put it in the glove as he slides. Runner from third will come home. They'll bring the runner from second around the corner. Bay will not make the throw, and the Hard Hats will earn 2 more off the double.
Single brings the plate your third baseman.
We go to Matthew Hegre now with the Hard Hats extending the lead 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. No outs, bottom of the second. Matthew Hegre settles in. Foul ball will bring up strike 1. For Hegre, it was a walk, his first at-bat. And we'll go 1-1 on the count. Mavericks searching for their first out here in the bottom of the second. 4 runs earned so far. And this one's punched high over second. Stuart Long waving everybody off. He'll have it in the glove, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting left fielder, number 18, Alex Weaver.
We go to Alex Weaver now. Runner at second. Frazier with the pitch, and it's swung on for strike 1. Weaver with a double his first at-bat. Has a runner standing at second. 1 out. And we'll get ball 1, 1-1. Frazier with the pitch, and a swing will bring up strike 2. Brenson Keel in the on-deck circle for the Hats. Here's the pitch, and a swing will be strikeout for the second out of the inning. So Branson Keyhole with a runner at second. Here's the pitch by Frazier. And a swing will bring up strike one. For Keel, it was a single his first at-bat. Lightning across the horizon. Here's the pitch. And Richardson keeps it in front of him for ball one. 1-1. So with Frazier at the bottom of the second, he's built to 52 total pitches. And this pitch is brought in for strike two, 1-2 on the count. Frazier with a stretch and set. And we'll have 2-2. Want to send a shout out to the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, who is watching in a stormy #OurTownIsSuperior. And Frazier will strike out the last two batters for the final two outs. 4 runs earned to make it 6-1 Hats on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks go to work right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right folks, we're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It's the top of the third inning. Rapid City leading the Missoula Mavericks 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Dane Frazier to lead off the inning for the Mavericks with Zach Cholis, his third inning of duty on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound. First pitch to Frazier will be ball one. So Frazier, Richardson, and Johnson scheduled as Frazier will bounce this one out. Shortstop gets it on the bounce. The throw to first is on target, and we've got the first out of the inning. So with one out in the top of the third, we come to Terad Richardson. Terad's grandmother watching back in Frenchtown, as this pitch is high and out of the glove of Schmidt for ball one. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch, and Richardson will swing to bring up strike one, 1-1 on the count. Strike two. From the lefty will bring up 1-2. One out, nobody on, and Richardson will be struck out swinging. So we come to the left fielder, Bridger Johnson, with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the pitch by Cholis, and Johnson has contact for strike one on the foul ball. And we'll get strike one now, or strike two on the pitch. And a foul ball will keep the batter alive. Johnson struck out swinging his first at-bat. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2. And it's a strikeout once again, swinging. Mavericks go 1-2-3. We'll have the bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the third inning, where Rapid City leads the Mavericks 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the number 6 spot batter, Jace Caldwell, at the plate. 6, 7, 8 batters on the schedule as this one's fouled in the netting for strike one. Dane Frazier on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound as this one's foul back to bring up strike two, 0-2. For Jace Caldwell, was a fielder's choice, his first at-bat. As Blake Weaver will snag the ball, he is in the on-deck circle. Here's a swing, this one will hop up over the netting this time, and we stay at 0-2 on the count. And the kids fighting for the balls here as they go up in price in the evening games. Richardson blocking in front of him to bring up ball one. I've heard that the foul balls go anywhere between $5 and $20 depending. And there's a strikeout for the first out of the inning as Frazier finds his groove. We go to Blake Weaver, the right fielder. And the first pitch to Weaver will be ball one. Frazier with the stretch and set. And the pitch brought in evens us out at 1 apiece, 1-1. For Weaver, it was a single his first at-bat. As Frazier delivers inside for ball two, 2-1. Dane Frazier, a graduate of Sentinel High School in 2019. Utility player, as I mentioned earlier. Outside pitch brings up ball 3. 3-1. Slated right behind Dylan Chalmers in the order as this one's popped up high, and it'll come backwards and land about 6 rows up. Foul ball will take us to a full count at 3-2. Crowd gets excited on the foul balls here. Here's Frazier with the payoff pitch, and it's fouled off. So we stay at a full count. Ryan Schmidt in the on-deck circle as this one's foul back. Frazier at 67 pitches already here in the third inning. Both pitchers getting worked. Cholas with 54. And this one's popped into center field. Hill is there in the line drive. We'll start out the inning with out number 2. The batter will have out number 2. We go to Ryan Schmidt now. The catcher, 2 outs, and Schmidt will take a slice for strike 1. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 1. 1-1. A hesitation by Gurr will bring up a growl from the crowd. And a swing. We go to strike 2. 1-2. For Schmidt, it was a single. His first at bat. And we go even at 2 apiece. 2-2, Gurr says. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and Frazier ends the side on a strikeout. No runs, no hits. It stays 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of 4 right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium in Rapid City, South Dakota for the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic. We've got fireworks coming up at the end of the show. Mavericks down 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 5, 6, 7 batters. Drew Stensrud leading off the inning for the Mavericks as Zach Cholas continues on the mound. I did see a young man head down to the bullpen on the third base line for Rapid City with Cholas at 54 pitches. They might be readying an arm to get in here. And Stensrud will foul the ball off for strike 1. I just heard an announcement on the PA that the 50-50 is at 600 total, as Stensrud will receive ball 1, 1-1 on the count. The PA announcer sending out the hard hat parents to get back into it for the 50-50. And Stensrud will be struck out. I was wrong on my call on that last one, and Stensrud is struck out swinging. Taking us to Stuart Long with 1 out and nobody on for the Mavericks. Mavericks with 1 run off of 1 hit. It is Brendan Hill that earned the run and the hit, as the pitch outside to Long will be ball 1. Long walked his first at bat. He would be part of the group stranded with loaded bases as we get strike 1, 1-1 on the count to Long. Cholas with the pitch, and Long, they're going to call down the line, and they're going to say that is ball 2, 2-1. And a swing takes it foul. 2-2. Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch by Cholas. And long with a, they're going to say, drop third strike, the throw to first, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. We go to James Martin with 2 outs for the Mavericks. As the Hard Hats defense, the pitcher, Zach Cholas, putting on a show against the Mavericks. Rapid City, 6 runs off of 8 hits as Martin will take this one foul. And it goes into the kids section over there. Down the first base line. Here's the pitch by Cholas. Upstairs. Good job by Schmidt to keep it in the air. And we're 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It'll be strike 2 for Martin. Thomas Martin with a sac bunt, his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. And Martin struck out. Cholas putting on a show. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Hard Hats holding on 6-1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Drew Messer, the bottom of the order to lead off for the Hard Hats here in the bottom of the 4th. Hard Hats up 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Dane Frazier back in on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. He's got 73 pitches under his belt, 44 of them over the plate. As Messer steps up, here's the pitch, and he'll swing for strike 1. So Messer with a single, his first at-bat. He's got the 0-1 on the count. And as I mentioned, the split the pot at $600 total as we come in with ball 1-1. Last year and the year before, up over $1,000 on both instances, as this one's hopped up over the netting for a 1-2 count. Right now it's at 600, but the split the pot does not go back to post 22. It actually goes to Comfort Warriors, so they're raising it for a good cause. A roller to Stensrud, the throw to first, and Hangus sticks the bag and will have the out. As the umpire in the field, Grove, points to the bag. The first base coach with a comment, and the ground out will be the first out of the inning. We swing to the top of the order now. Mason Messinger. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. And it'll be strike 1 by Frazier. I would imagine with Frazier, you can't see into the bullpen down the first base line here, but I would imagine with Frazier approaching 80 pitches as we get strike 2 that Hathaway has an arm up unless the change will come internally. And it's a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Frazier feeling the groove here in the mid portion of the game. We come to Ryan Bachman. With 2 outs and nobody on. And Bachman sends this one high into right field. It's Martin coming up for it, and Bay will come in on the knee and take it. And it's 1-2-3 for the Hard Hats. Mavericks get the hit in the top of the 5th. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN, top of the 5th inning. I keep wanting to say Medicine Hat, and it's not Medicine Hat. It is the Hard Hats of Post 22 Rapid City. Bottom of the order for the Mavericks, Zach Hangus, and the first pitch to Hango will be outside for ball 1. Rapid City doing a great job earning money for a great cause. The Comfort Warriors getting the 50-50 pot as this one is outside for ball 2. 2-0 on the count. Zach Scholas on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and Hangus will take a swing now to bring up strike 1. 2-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And Hangus will take us to 2-2 on the swing. Hangus, another one of those Sentinel High School products here on the Mavericks team as we go to a full count at 3-2. You'll get to see him this fall as a golfer for that Sentinel golf squad, and Hangus is walked. And that'll put a runner on for the Mavericks. Dayton Bay, bottom of the order, as we get a pop in the crowd. They are going to have fireworks after the game here at Dave Plouffe Field. So Hangus at first, Bay at the plate. Here's the pitch to Bay, and he'll take it for ball 1. Our umpires at the plate, it's Dean Gurr and Chris Grove in the field. Here's the left-handed pitch, and it's upstairs. Schmidt jumping out of his stirrups for ball 2, 2-0 on the count. Dayton Bay with a strikeout swinging his first at-bat. 50-50 pot, well up over $600 now, half of it going to Comfort Warriors here locally. And we get strike 1, 2-1 on the count to Dayton Bay. For Dayton Bay, he has had an exciting week. Combination of baseball and football within the last 6 days, as this one's across the elbow to bring up ball 3, 3-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And that's strike 2 to take us to a full count at 3-2 on the count. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. No outs and Hangus at first. Top of 5. Here's a swing, and Bay is struck out for the second time swinging. 1 out, 1 on as we get Brendan Hill at the plate. Hill with a smartly hit ball down the first baseline to start the game, found himself at third. Young man has got some wheels. Here's the stretch and set. And it's upstairs for ball 1 to Hill. Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. Hill very dangerous. You get him on, and he'll probably have to goad Hangus around the bases if Hill gets loaded up. We go 2-0, and that will cause Schmidt to go out and check in with his pitcher. So Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle, Trad Richardson in the hole for the Mavericks, as Gurr will clean the plate off while he waits for the pitcher-catcher conference. Two and 0 is the count our umpire Gurr gives us. Here's the pitch now, and Hill will swing for strike 1. Upstairs pitch takes us to 3-1. Schmidt doing a good job. And they do have an arm warming up down in the bullpen. It looks like the pitching coach is headed down there. As Cholas is at 82 unofficially, here's a foul ball to take us to a full count at 3-2. One out, 1 on. Here's the payoff pitch by Cholas. And he's going to throw to first. Hangus hops on the bag. Brendan Hill, graduate of Sentinel High School this year in 2019. And Hill is walked to put runners at first and second. And that will bring out the coach. I would imagine we might see a pitching change here for the Hard Hats. And this looks to be a straight up visit. Speaking of visiting folks, if you're on your way out of town, and they are sending young man number 15 into the bullpen now for the Hard Hats. But speaking of visit, well, you should stop in and see our friends over at 5 Valley Auto Sales. If you're looking to upgrade your car, well, they are the place to go, with the largest selection of featured cars at www.5valleyautosales.com. They'll help you find the right ride for you. 5 Valley Auto Sales, 3300 South Reserve Street, proud sponsors of the Missoula Mavericks baseball with the Missoula Prep Sports Network. First pitch to Dane Frazier's over the plate for strike 1. For Frazier, a sac fly and a ground out, his 2 at-bats. Here's the pitch and a check swing. They're going to look to the field and they're going to say strike 2. 0-2. Good job by the umpires on the same page, checking in. One out, 1 on, or runners at first and second, and Frazier fouls it off to keep it at 0-2. Frazier settling back in. And the pitch swung on. Frazier bounces this one out. Second baseman will pick it up. Hop to short. Down the line. Frazier will get there. They're going to say the double play is turned. And that will strand Hangus at third. Good play by the infield. Brings up 2 outs on the double play. And we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium in Rapid City. A cleansing storm rolling through between games to get us set for this game. Mavericks down 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It was runs early and now stonewalled for the Hard Hats. Matthew Hegre coming to the plate, so it is the 3-4-5 batters scheduled on the inning. Dane Frazier at 81 pitches, 51 of them over the plate, in for his fifth inning of duty. This one's going to be across the chest. They're going to say strike one. 0-1 on the count. Frazier settling in. And now the foul ball to take us to 0-2 on the count. For Hegre, a walk and a fly out as he'll take the swing for strike three. One away as Alex Weaver, the left fielder, comes to the plate with one out. And the first pitch to Weaver's over the plate for strike one. And Weaver sends this one over the wall. Home run, single shot for Alex Weaver. And it's now 7-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as Frazier gives up the home run. We go to number 20, Bryson Keel. And the first pitch to Keel is outside for ball one. Frazier looking for the same target just off the plate, makes it 2-0 on the count. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will find the plate on that pitch to make it 2-1. Dane Frazier right at the 90 pitch mark as this one's fouled off the mask of Richardson. And we go to 2-2. For Keel, it was a single and a strikeout swinging his first two at-bats. Frazier now with the pitch. And Richardson not able to hold on to it. Takes us to a full count at 3-2. The pitch. Swung on. This one's going to roll out. Hangus will pick it up. Hangus bobbles it. Now the throw to first. Not in time. And the runner will reach off the error, and that'll be the first error of the game. No, they're going to call it a hit.
Number 63, Chase Caldwell.
Takes us to Chase Caldwell. One on, one out for the Hard Hats. And Caldwell will slice for strike one. Caldwell, fielder's choice and a strikeout, swinging his first two at-bats. Runner at first, one out is Keel. Here's the pitch. Keel is going to go. This one's lifted into left field, and it's gone as it's lifted over the scoreboard, and Frazier gives up his second home run on the inning. A two-run shot to make it 9-1 in the bottom of the fifth. And folks, that is game as the Hard Hats win off of the 8-run rule in the bottom of the fifth. The Mavericks move to 2-3, or 3-2, and the Hard Hats are now 3-2. Wow, what a game as the Hard Hats put it to the Mavericks. 8-run rule, 1 hit, 1 run for the Mavericks, 11 hits, 9 runs, and the Hard Hats get the win. Mavericks back in action tomorrow at 2 against the Catalyst Cardinals. We'll talk to you at 2 o'clock. Good night, folks.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.